Hi everybody, my name is Lori and welcome to the Icing Artist. So this week we're going to be making some fall leaves. Now these are completely edible leaves. I'm using yellow, orange, and red gum paste. So I'm just going to start rolling it out into a log like this. And of course these leaves you can stick on top of cakes or cupcakes or any kind of treats, and they're really pretty and completely edible. I'm using gum paste here, but you can always use fondant and just add a little bit of tylose powder to it, and that's going to help your leaves kind of harden up as they dry. Now once you have your three colors rolled out, I'm going to just twist them together like this. And once it's twisted, I'm going to fold that in half, and then in half again. And then I'm just kind of smushing it together to kind of marble the colors together. You want to be careful not to marble it too much, because then you're going to end up with kind of like a murky brown. We just want to lightly marble the colors together so that way you can get all of those different colors in every leaf. So once you've got to about this point, you're ready to roll it out. I've just dusted my surface using some icing sugar so it doesn't stick. And I'm going to roll it out really nice and thin. The thinner that you roll it, the more delicate your leaves are going to be and the more realistic they're going to look. Just a little bit more icing sugar. I can flip it over now. And now you can see this side is actually a lot more marbled, and usually I find that's always the way. One side's more marbled than the other. It has nicer kind of colors like this. So I'm going to cut my leaves out of this side. Now here are the leaf cutters that I bought. You can click here if you'd like to see where I bought them, if you'd like to buy them yourself. We're not going to use the acorn today, we're just going to use the leaves. And they have an impression in them. So when you cut out, you just want to push down on this little kind of plunger here, and that's going to impress every leaf. It's going to give it those really nice vines. You can see how the kind of different cutters give those different leaf effect. But if you want to use a different veining tool, you want to cut them out without impressing them, so you just have the shape. Now this is my favorite mold that I own. It works very, very well, so you can click here if you'd like to see where I bought this. I'm just going to lightly dust it using some icing sugar, tap out the excess, place my leaf onto the inside, and then kind of smush it down, making a little bit of sandwich. You can press nice and hard. Lift up the one side, and then that's what you're going to be left with, and it just kind of pops out like this. This mold works amazing and leaves these beautiful vines on your leaf. But if you don't have either of those kind of impressions, you could always make your own vines using a toothpick. So just making one line going straight up my leaf, and these other kind of lines going angled up this way, then up the opposite way. And then you can make these little kind of marks branching out from each one of them. And that's a quick and easy way to kind of make your own little veins if you don't have all the right tools and equipment. So this is just an apple tray that I got from the produce section of my grocery store. And I'm just going to pick my leaves up and drape them over the apple tray, and that's going to give lots of different shape and dimension to my leaf. That's going to make sure every leaf is kind of drying and cupping and ruffling and all these different shapes. You're going to want to let them dry for about a week before we're ready to color them. Once they're colored, you can see how they dried nice and firmly in these really nice shapes. I'm just going to place them onto a piece of paper towel and get them ready for the next stage. So I'm using my Duff airbrush machine, and I just bought mine at a local cake decorating store. It works really well. It's just a very small airbrushing machine. I paid about 200 Canadian dollars for it. I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to add some yellow airbrush color into it and just start misting over my leaves. I'm not going to spray the whole leaf. I'm just going to spray the sections that have a little bit more yellow on them and just one side of it, because we're going to be spraying these with lots of different colors. Kind of just misting over the one side of them. And you can see it goes pretty quickly. I'm going to add a little bit of red to my yellow to make a nice orange. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the yellow and just spray a little light section of it. I'm just kind of trying to enhance the colors that are already there. So enhance those yellows and then those oranges and then those reds. Now just using just red, I'm going to finish them up. And I love the way that the red looks on these leaves. It's very pretty. Of course, you don't have to airbrush them. You could always dust them using color dust or leave them as is, but airbrushing really brings out these beautiful, vibrant colors in those leaves. And once you're done airbrushing them, you're just going to want to let them dry for about an hour before you put them onto your cake. So that way they're nice and dry before you pick them up. And then you can just stick them onto your cake using some buttercream or just stick them right onto a cupcake. So I hope you guys really enjoyed learning how to make beautiful fall leaves. Now of course you can stick these leaves on cupcakes, that would be really pretty, or you could do them cascading down a cake, whether it's a single tier or a two tier. It's entirely up to you. If you guys would like to see another kind of fall themed cake, leave me a comment below and let me know. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe because I do put out new videos every week. Thanks again guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all later.